they gave me a piece of paper to go out and cut an interview against the Macho Man, Randy Savage. This is the Macho Man. They had me cut an interview that cut him to the bone. We were main event on Thunder the next week after I cut the interview, and he beat me up for 12 straight minutes in the ring. About 3/4 shoot the whole time. He has all the girls slap me, beat me. He hits me with every move he can hit me with. I think I did 2 things to him just out of fighting for my life. And he beats me. And I got to the back and I said, "What?" I said, Randy, are you kidding? I said, "Why would you do that, dude?" I said, "All you did was make a main event match. It could have been real good. You made it real stupid." And he said, "Brother, you never talk like that about me. Yeah, I heard what you said on TV about me." And I saved the piece of paper, and I handed it to him. And I said, "They told me to say it." And he just totally, his face was like, "Oh my God, I feel like an idiot."
Now you worked with Konnan, I believe, at Starrcade 90.
Yeah.
I think so. You don't remember the match? I was going to ask you about the match, how'd it go?
Konnan, I have a hard time with that boy. He wants to be in a different position than what he's at, and his abilities won't let him get so far. Not saying that I'm anything, but he's careless and he's reckless. And if you're going to be careless and reckless, then you're going to have to take whatever comes, you know. If you're going to go out there and potato guys or get rough or something, then, you know, the hell with it, you know, I'm doing the same shit. So, if there was a 10 most guys that you most definitely didn't want to work with, he'd be one of them. Just classic styles, and he's lazy, and don't really care for the guy either.
I think it was like the final Nitro you worked with Konnan. It seemed to be a little stiff, was it?
I tried to beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
I knew it was the end. You know? and he'd hurt Luger, you know, hurt his bicep, and he had hurt a couple other guys, you know. And I called a couple things in the ring, and he didn't do it. He didn't get it. He didn't remember it. He said, "What? Fine, I just fuck this. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him." So I just pounded out of him.
Right.
You know.
It's a pretty good story. Because everybody asked me about the story. Everybody, hey, tell me about the Lex Luger story.
So Bill's going to tell us he's got a fun Lex Luger Bruiser Brody story, which I have a feeling that Bruiser Brody is going to teach Lex Luger a lesson. And
kind of. It's actually a funny story. Everybody likes the story. Anybody who's a wrestling buff likes the story, and if they haven't heard it, they always ask me about it. Oh, you were the referee in the Bruiser Brody cage match against Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah,
I said, okay, this is what happened, and this is your story. And that's a personal against Lex because he didn't know any better. He's a young green guy when they put in there with older superstars, been around for years, and kind of not a shit disturber, but kind of a do what he wants type.
He was a bad dude. I just saw him against Jeep Swenson, and he beat the crap out of Jeep Swenson.
There you go.
360 pounds of muscle.
So Bruiser Brody was a big guy. God bless him. Right? And he got stabbed in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
and the boys, black boys protested, won't go to Puerto Rico for
Atlas wouldn't go,
years.
etc., etc.
And nothing against promoters out there, because I know Carlos Colon personally, and I went there and worked for Colon before all this happened. So the Bruiser Brody story is, it was Bruiser Brody against Lex Luger in a steel cage match, and that was a big event back then. Now they're all over the place, ladders and tables and chairs. You know what I mean? But it was a big thing. So Luger, for the first year, they kind of handpicked his opponents, and babysitted Lex because, you know, he had a beautiful body. He never was a great worker. You know what I mean? You can watch him and tell he wasn't no Ray Stevens or no Barry Windham. He was, got by and he had a
Lex
great
Luger.
body, though. You know, it was Lex Luger. And they put him with Bruiser Brody, so Lex wanted to talk to Bruiser before the match, kind of talk about a little bit, you know, introduce him, but Brody didn't want to be bothered. And call it in the ring. Whatever happens in the ring, that's what happens. We're talk to each other in there, whatever. Sports entertainment. I'm not breaking kayfabe. Everybody knows the business is a work. Vince McMahon don't care. Any publicity is good publicity. So any wrestlers, don't get mad at me for saying shit like this. You know what I mean? Tell a wrestler, telegraph. Get over it. So that's the shoot. So they put them together with Brody. They had their match. They did a couple of little lock-up push-offs, you know. And Brody started beating him down. Boom, right away. Getting the heat out of beating him down. And Luger saying, Fonzie, you know, he's asking, what do I do? I said, just listen to Brody. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. He ain't killing you. He's hit him snug, though. And now Lex is taking offense because he's never been treated this way. He's always been ripped off the undershirt.
Oh, yeah.
Like Hogan.
He kills everyone, right.
Do that, and the big star. So he tried to make a comeback on his own. Started hitting Brody, and Brody no-sold him. Said, hit him all you want. Hit him in the head. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing. And finally, you know, Brody started beating him up again. Not really bad, just sports entertainment kind of beat up. And Lex panicked so bad. This is the main event in Fort Lauderdale at the War Memorial in a cage. He panicked so much, 6 minutes into the match, 4 minutes into the match, he panicked so much that he's just climbed over the cage, ran to the dressing room, jumped in his car, and drove back to Tampa. End of story.
So,
and I held Bruiser Brody's hand up, the winner. Disqualified Luger for count out. 7, 8, 9, 10 disqualified. Brody the winner.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's kind of, you know.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Brody was a bad dude.
Personal story, you know what I mean?
Okay. So,